Hey everybody, what's going on with COVID-19? I'm going to be honest with you, I've not been feeling up to par these last one day last week there was somebody who coughed in my face. I just figured it was allergies, and maybe it was. And maybe I have it and maybe I don't, but if you watch videos of people who've had it, that's kind of what they thought. Now, temperature-wise, not yet. I have went and bought one of these several weeks ago, along with a regular one before this whole COVID scare. You turn that on, stick it in your ear, and see, no temperature as of yet. It kind of goes from the 97.7 to 98.4. But then again, I've heard that some of these people who got it at the beginning, they didn't have a temperature, or if they did, they had it for a little while. And there are times I go to rush and take my temperature because I'll sweat and then it goes down. So I don't know. Little problems with my throat. Mainly, I'm just getting this really, when I get up, I'm so dizzy, and like yesterday, I just crashed. I lay down and in the middle of the day, just fell into a deep sleep. I thought I was going to pass out at one point, and lightheaded, I don't know if that's part of it. All I know is that I started with a cough and just figured allergies, and now all this. And I don't want to risk getting someone else sick. So I put myself in quarantine. Have I got tested yet? No. Especially if I get a temperature, I need to find out where to get tested. But, it's not like I'm not ready. I already showed you. I got my thermometer here. I got these baby wipes. And I got paper towels. And toilet paper. And rubber gloves. I'm a massage therapist, so I already had this. This. All that. I don't have a mask. Where do you find a mask nowadays? Mainly that's for people who are sick anyways. But I do have Kleenex. I have my phone. Apparently I need to clean the screen on my phone. Need to keep this disinfected as well. That's what they say. Keep phone disinfected. Okay, going to disinfect phone now. Disinfecting wipe. Phone. It leaves a lot of stuff on the phone. By the way, the pink falling apart tape back here, I put back there so I could recognize the phone in my purse. It blends in with everything. And so when I was at work, I could tell right away my phone from somebody else's. So don't think, did her phone break? No, did not break. Okay, put this on here. Now I got a nice disinfected phone until I touch it again. So, mumbles you hear in the background is my son-in-law. I think I mentioned him somewhere in this. And I also have my doggie, Rendezvous. It's a Rendezvous Do. Yes, her middle name is Do. So it's Rendezvous Do. My late husband did that one. But this is Rendezvous. I think I got a boo-boo on the face. What, are they saying that if I'm sick, I can't have my pet and I have to let somebody else take care of my pet? Rhonda! No! 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 I also have some type of entertainment. You're like, what the what? What the what? What the what? But look, now many of you are still, what the what? What the what? What the what? Okay, I'll give you a better look at this one. Maybe it'll help you with the what the whats. What the what? And then some of you know that this is a Vibroplex single lever paddle. And even as I say the words Vibroplex single lever paddle, I can still hear many of you say, what the what? Of course, here's the keyer. And then, of course, I got extra batteries. And how many of you are still going, what the what? And how many of you are like, sweet? And then how many are them like, why single lever paddle? Why not embolic paddles? And then how many of you are like, hey, I prefer that? How many of you are like, hey, I prefer the straight key? Or how many of you are like, hey, I'm a bug person myself? How many of you are still what the what? The ones who recognize that probably also figured out that, I have one of these. I like this antenna though. Look at that. That's kind of cool stuff. Yeah. So I have one of these, which is Yaesu. It's an FT25. It's only a 2 meter. But also, a little backup deal, it's kind of old now, is my Biofang. Panel mode. Okay, now, let's just see something if it'll show. Panel mode. See that W8GNL? Yeah. W8GNL. Yes, I'm a ham. I'm an amateur radio operator. And at this particular time in these crises, I'm trying to keep my energy up. Just got a little dizzy. Being a ham radio operator, which you do have to take a test for, can really come in handy if communications goes down. I'm also a member of Mesquite R.A.C.E.S, and R.A.C.E.S is our Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Services. I'm sorry, just brain not working. I'm also ARES, which is Amateur Radio Emergency Services. And in order to become that, first you have to have a ham radio license. Then you have to, at least for the R.A.C.E.S part, take FEMA classes like 100, 200, 700, 800, but I also took 300 and 400, and I also am OXCOM certified. Anybody who's a ham will understand what I'm talking about. The thing is, in times like these, if communication goes down, this is who they call on, us hams. And people need to get a message to someone, they call on us hams, and we are trained for this. It's volunteer service, that's true, but it's a way of giving back to community. And yes, I'm also Skywarn, which Skywarn classes is something you have to take to be a member of R.A.C.E.S. So yes, I am one of those people that drive out into the storm, point and say, tornado, and report it. I am not a chaser, I'm a spotter. In other words, I'm not going to chase after that tornado. I'm just going to get myself in a place of safety, point and say it and report it. It's times like these that the hidden heroes, I guess you can say, because a lot of people have never heard of ham radio. And the ones that have, they usually have a family or a friend that is a ham radio operator. My call sign, Whiskey Egg Golf November Lima, or WHENL, was actually my grandfather's call sign, who went SK back in 1976. SK means silent key or died. After I got my original call sign, which was KG5RZZ, or Kilo Golf 5 Romeo Zulu Z, Zulu Zulu, whatever, however you want to put it, I applied for a vanity, and my grandfather's call sign was available, and I got it. Nobody else can have that call sign once the call sign is issued, so that's why it takes a while to get a vanity. And I'm telling you this because in times like this, number one, we need more amateur radio operators, but VE sessions are being closed all over the place. Richardson VE session was supposed to be tonight. It's closed. I do work also for the Garland VE session, which I will find out Monday will probably be closed. VE means volunteer examiner. I'm an amateur extra, which means that I can sign for and give examinations for everybody to take the test. But right now, VE sessions are being closed all over the place. Everything canceled, canceled, canceled. Thing is amateur radio is my way of helping. In this time of need, we need to find a way to help people. We need to find a way to help each other get past this whole coronavirus thing. First and foremost is taking care of family members. Okay? Like I said, I have a mother who is 82. My son is currently living with her, and he keeps tabs, but he's not feeling too well right now. And I have a daughter who lives in the same apartment complex that I do, and her fiance, which I already consider my son-in-law. I adore him, and I think he's good for her, and I'm happy for the two of them. But, you know, he has a family to be concerned about as well. So we have to take care of family. But if there's any way that we can contribute to help people get past this, it's better to do that than to use this opportunity for greed and price gouging and whatever else people do. We can get past this. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of lives lost, but we can limit it, and we can help those who, you know, have it, help those who are self-quarantine. I've put myself in self-quarantine right now. But if I am needed as a ham, I can still do this in self-quarantine in my car, or even my station at home, for as long as, you know, I have electricity, but I also have a lot of battery backup too. I couldn't begin to show you everything I have. I guess I can go get my ammo cam. I have like an ammo cam that I put a radio in. It's got a battery and an antenna and everything. It's hiding around here somewhere, you know. Anyways, the point is this is a time that even though we have to stay at least 6 feet away from each other, we need to find ways to help. Okay? I'm going to go into more about, sorry for all the ums. I'm going to go into more about searching within and finding who we are within. But right now, with this coronavirus, the thing we need to find out within is what talents we have or how we are able to help. I really don't want to tell people what to do, and I don't want to tell them who to be. just want to help guide people to their inner muse that can lead them to their true self.